Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Corral going to throw right away. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. Yep. This is early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
On first down, Corral.
Buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Chicago.
David Montgomery with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to... And Henry's hit. He lost the football. Shrugs him off.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
But, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. When going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Finding space at the 40.
He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it.
Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Montgomery.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. In motion left, the tight end. They try again with Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
Rolling, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
Here's Corral on first down.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got Smith here.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
A nice throw there for the first down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think, a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Bears 17, Lions 7.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football. While we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bears will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll look to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end Herb Smith, the intended receiver.
And that takes us from second to third down.
Come on. Hit. 19 Lions.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Detroit.
Justin Jefferson
With his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Lions are back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead will shrink to 6.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
From the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Ready, set.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago.
Here we go. Strike.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of...
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Corral to throw, 1st and 10.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
A final shot before the half for Corral.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Deebo Samuel as time expires in the first half. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead will shrink to 6. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. Montgomery hit and the ball is loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, 19 tight, 19 tight, 60 average, 60 average.
Second and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that, too. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. Corral's throw caught here by Metcalf.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's the gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 33.
To throw again on second down.
Corral. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Deebo Samuel, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Lions are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hot 70, hot 70. Cut back in, cut back in.
Looking to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and this is scooped up by the Lions. On the move past the 40. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. They'll look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before? This worked well that I can go to right now.
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. A good pickup there at 22. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving Day. This offense on third down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
75 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, and that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Irv Smith Jr., a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Bears have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Debo Samuel on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And they'll get him down here at the 23. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. They'll set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, We had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. And he finds Montgomery complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Irv Smith Jr. from 13 yards out.
And the Bears have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5.
Bears 40, Lions 35.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same things. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Corral looking to pass, 2nd down. Pass complete, Samuel.
And he's got room. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Corral.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Corral to throw.
This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try and run for it with Henry. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort, try and steal this one away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Catch is made here by Ern Smith Jr. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. But a really nice knockdown. He has so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that